afternoon.
What is up, pretty people? It's 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, which means it's time for the latest installment of What's in the Case with Mike and Chase. Yes,
Ooh, that may have been the
indeed.
best one.
We're back at it again, another Tuesday, and it's a special Tuesday today. Why? Because we said so. It is Tuesday. Yes, we made that up. It's not trademarked, so you could probably steal it, but don't. It's our great idea.
Yep.
We're going to show you
I'll
off.
take you to court.
Show you off. We are going to show off to you.
Just turn the camera off. Just
yeah.
blacken your screen so you see a reflection of yourself. Show
See?
yourself off.
Aren't you
today.
beautiful? We all need to see that. Now, back to the program. We're going to show you some of the coolest Duesenbergs that we have recently received from our friends at Duesenberg USA.
We're just a couple of Duesenbergs showing off some Duesenbergs.
That's exactly what we're doing. And so, yeah, I've picked a few out that are just awesome because, well, that's all of them.
Well, and if you don't know who sweet old Mike Slim Henderson may be, he might be the biggest Duesenberg fan on the planet. He has been trying to convince me and everyone here at work how awesome they are, and I think it's safe to say he's done a pretty good job of it so far.
Well, thank you, buddy. I just got to say, hey, they're cool. You guys can hold them and determine that they are awesome because you're a smart man, and I work with a bunch of smart people, so that's really cool.
They to me are just classy. It's like the German PRS. It is just class, pretty, and awesome to play.
They're just, yeah, exactly right. All those things. They're extremely gorgeous. They're super cool. And so without further ado, is that German?
No, that's French.
That's French. Okay.
I don't know the German word for
without
whatever ado stands for.
I don't either. Well, I do know the German word for guitar, and it's Duesenberg.
Is it really?
No, it's not. Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, that's really odd that they could trademark just the guitar.
In this case, we'll just pretend that is indeed the truth here. You want to grab one, or should I grab one? I don't remember what order I have here.
How about you do
I'll start
us
us off.
the honor? Also, I like how somehow Mike and I keep coordinating our outfits with really like saying much. So like both white 80s shirts today.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Back to the
pretty
Future.
solid.
I'm wearing my Heart.
What's your favorite Heart
t-shirt.
song?
Well, you know, Crazy on You's pretty cool.
That guitar intro is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty great. You know, and I feel like there's some 80s Heart that I'm not thinking of.
I don't like 80s Heart much. Yeah.
Alone? How can you not enjoy that?
Yeah.
See?
I like 70s Heart more. Magic Man. I love Magic Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're classic. Some very attractive sisters who could play some very, very cool rock and roll.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
They did sign you up.
Oh, well,
they signed your shirt.
It was signed by the other guys in the band. Yeah, Nancy and they were.
They knew that if they saw you
They were
too
busy.
handsome, they'd have to marry you. You know.
No, my wife went and saw them. Actually, she was about 11 years old, so this is what my wife
Maybe
got.
the statement still stands.
Yeah, it still stands. Yes. All right.
Our first Duesenberg on the list.
What is it? What did I grab? Oh,
I don't know.
Man, we're just starting with the cool one right away here. So, Duesenberg has a lot of different options out there. This one is the Star Player, the Phonic Star Player. So,
More like a gin and tonic, please. That's how classy it looks.
seriously. So, leaning heavy into the automobile / Art Deco aesthetic. This thing is kind of pulling out all the stops as far as a lot of the Duesenberg stuff go. You know, it's just slightly enhanced. So they do these a little different from their standard Star Players. They have their Phonico pickups is what they call them.
Yeah,
And
it's
really the pickups are the same as the dial, right? That makes them different.
yes. So I was doing some research. I was actually talking to a customer on them. It's your same pickup set in your Star Player, but
Grand
with a
Vintage and
different
the P90.
covering
Yeah.
and that switch on there. And honestly, I've noticed tone-wise, it gives off a little bit more of that. No, you know, it's kind of pretty obvious on there, but like the gold foil sound. That covering kind of just smooths out and makes a more vintage tone than what the traditional Star Player pickups offer.
The Duesenberg really likes to, instead of split coils or things like that, they like to cut frequoses, which is a neat way to kind of get there. It's a different approach of kind of doing the same thing, but making them kind of sound like their own, you know? Those are super cool. They have, you know, the same diamond tremola that we're used to knowing and loving on the Duesenberg.
The best
that makes them,
vibrato
but
on.
the greatest vibrato out there, exactly right. But they make it just
Nate
a little
White,
fancier.
everybody.
Oh,
Nate
Nate
White.
White, everybody. Nate White,
White,
everybody. The pick retriever. He is a man of many talents. Yeah. Let's hear this thing. Why don't you plug it in?
Well, Mike,
why don't you do it?
Show it off, and I'll plug it in for you.
Oh well, okay. What a guy.
This is your idea today, and I want you to shine.
Hey, thanks. Well, that's just because I was sweaty, but I'll shine for this too. You know.
Powder!
Powder,
Powder!
makeup. Jordan, cut the feed.
I need a Jordan cut the feet shirt.
So yeah, a few different signal options, and also going through our beautiful Two-Rock studio signature right here. There is nothing going on but the true sounds of the guitar. And
Now, Mike, which pickup are you on?
I don't know. Probably the back one.
The shiny one.
The shiny one. So that would be the bridge pickup back there. Yay! Mike said it right. The next dial forward would be
So that is your
The
middle
two position.
position, just
That is-
normal P90 and humbucker
both
together.
of them on right there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the second position is that. Going up number 3.
This is this,
Okay.
or wait. This is a 4-way, correct?
Yes.
Yes, so this is the split on the 2.
Gives a little funky, little quacky
Yeah.
right there. And then finally, all the way forward. Ooh, and that's just the neck right there.
That's
isn't
just
it?
P90. Raising hand emoji if you like a Jordan Cut the Feet shirt.
I do.
I do.
I would love
I
that.
do.
That'd be. So it sounds great. I mean, just sonically extremely versatile. This thing will rock your face. This will razzmatazz some jazz. This will get you country. I mean, it'll do a
give
lot.
me your classy slick. Like if I hired you for my event, show me what you're playing. I feel like I'm getting kind of like on the beach vibes. Like I feel like someone should be handing me like a little drink with a little umbrella in
Yes,
it.
yes. Well, the major 7th chord, it just takes you places. Yeah, I love it. But man, gorgeous guitar. I tell you, they're
Yeah.
at a certain point they're just showing off, but they can continue to do so. It makes me very happy.
Well, and one thing I noticed about this compared to like your traditional star player, it is not an arched back like your traditional star player.
Correct.
This is almost pretty much if you made the Phantom into a semi-hollow.
Mm-hmm.
So thinner. To me, I thought it felt lighter than a star player, but Josh, our other coworker, was saying he felt it felt heavier. But like this is for the guy who wants more traditional Les Paul, a little bit smaller body, but definitely wants the vintage kind of just glassy, pretty star player tone in a different package.
Exactly right. Couldn't have said it better myself, my friend. Well, that's awesome. We are down 1 Duesenberg and 5 more to go. Lucky all of you and lucky us. We get to touch all these cool guitars today. All right.
Yep. Max says, I didn't realize that Mike liked Duesenberg. Max.
Oh, well, Max, as a matter of fact, I do. And let me tell you, well, you were there when I received my Duesenberg in the mail.
Yeah, yours
You might
is cool. Yours.
Mine's pretty cool.
Tell the people what you got, Mike.
I lucked out last year, right about a year ago. I ended up with my Duesenberg Fullerton. So it would be just like your star player almost in every way, but double cut. That's really it. Under the hood, it's the same guitar, same kind of weight, same kind of feel. Just they got the saw out and got a little extra busy with mine. Kept on cutting. Does it stop?
Don't stop till you cut enough. Come on. Come on. And you don't cut.
Oh man.
Don't cut till you get enough.
The
We
Alliance
have-
series,
A Paloma.
the Dave
Bash.
Bash. It's fun to say. Look up pronunciation like I did, and you'll be like, "That's how you say that?" Okay.
So he is the guitar player for the pop punk group Sum 41.
Some 41. Yeah.
So the Two-Rock doesn't get quite that tone, but cool thing with this one, I actually really like it. So your standard Paloma is super versatile, solid body guitar, kind of the outlier I feel like for some of the Duesenberg stuff, because when you think Duesenberg, you think semi-hollow
Star
bodies
player,
or full
semi-hollow,
hollows.
yeah.
But this guitar is really cool because it's a solid body, nice and light, doesn't weigh too much. Typically, your Palomas will have a tremolo system that's awesome on there.
Yep.
This one does not, so some people find that as a redaction and not a great choice. Some people love it. Like I said, it's kind of, when I think Duesenberg, I think I want the tremolo system because it's like, you're buying the thing that they perfected.
They did perfect it. It is, but they've also just kind of perfected a guitar as well. So maybe you need a couple Duesenbergs.
Which this is still
You-
great.
yeah.
That's the thing. This is what a great option for a guy who doesn't really use vibrato. This is a pop punk playing machine. It's
That's
got a
a rock
Filtertron
machine.
instead of it being
They
a
call it
traditional.
the Grand Toaster, I believe.
Grand
Because it
Toaster.
looks kind of like a toaster. So it's a mini
Kinda
humbucker
does.
like the Filtertron. But yeah, the toaster is what you'd hear a Filtertron called too. So yeah.
But, yeah, this thing's great.
I only know that because I just read about it 10 minutes before we went on the television. So it's cool. Are we on the television?
Oh.
Did you
So
kill
that
it?
is the fun feature of this guitar is it does have a kill switch.
On and off
It is
button.
right there, so you know you can do your just like Buckethead.
Yeah, it's just like Bucket.
Yeah, just like Buckethead.
Exactly. And it's got a 4-way selector on that bad boy too, right?
This is in drop D. I was so confused for a second. I was like, is that right?
Oh, there you go. That's how you do it.
How's it go? I don't remember. I was trying to think of Fat Lip, but I couldn't think of it. I don't want to waste my time. But yep, that's your bridge position. That is the toaster.
Cool.
Yeah, great. Just kind of good bridge position. Like I said, this when you play this guitar, it can do clean stuff really well, but it's meant to have some drive on it.
Oh, it definitely does, yeah. I don't know if it's translating through the camera quite as well. It's a very cool, like a gray off
Sandy
silver
sparkle.
sparkle, like a sandy sparkle color.
I believe this is your coil
Yeah.
split right here.
Dave's a car fan, and so he had his Duesenberg kind of come out looking like a race car. And I'd say they did pretty good.
Yeah, that's your coil split.
Yeah,
right?
okay, that sounds cool. So that's the toaster again, just in half.
Or maybe not. Well, because it's
Kinda what it
4-way,
sounds
but it's a
like.
5-way kind of almost orientation.
Uh-huh.
What is this one?
Sounds like the middle to me.
Yeah. And then your neck.
Oh yeah, almost Strat-like tones up there in the neck position. Kind of buttery and bluesy. Yeah.
Yeah, super versatile, lots of fun tone. Definitely one you should come and try and play because I love the neck on these. I love the feel. Really good tummy
I was
cut
gonna
on
say-
the back that's super comfy. This is for the guy honestly like who is like I want a Duesenberg, but I've only ever played like Jazz Masters and Strats. Like this is a great option for that.
It's a cool guitar for sure, and yeah,
Yeah.
and it's got that really neat inlay at the 12th fret too.
Just like Buckethead.
Just like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In the off position. There we go.
Yeah, it's actually Mike should have just been like, here, let me help your tone.
Oh, yeah, it sounds so much better now.
Yeah. Shout out to Elijah Perkins, Daddy Lige.
Not alive.
But yeah,
Dig
cool
it.
guitar. Definitely should come try it. See if you like the tremolo system or hardtail.
We got
On the version
options.
of it. We got options.
Duesenberg gives you options. The Dave Baksh. It's just fun. Baksh.
Yeah, if he's watching this video, you guys make some pretty cool music.
Yeah. And sorry if I'm messing up your name. It is fun to say.
I don't want to waste more.
It is fun to
time
say.
coming
All
up
right, my
with
turn for the next
society.
round. Oh, doozy. Let's see here. Oh, look, there's 2 more guitars.
Some 41 always cracked me up because it was really like, at the time, it's like, oh, their music's so edgy. It's like, what is the line? He's like, we push old people down because we like to see them fall. And it's like,
Oh, no. I mean,
it was such 2000s edgy humor, just being like, yeah.
yeah.
And now he plays a Duesenberg.
Well, you know.
That's the cool part about Duesenberg. You can push old people down and still enjoy them.
Right off
Not
the
sponsored by Duesenberg.
right off the website, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Duesenberg, they'd rather knock you down with their guitars being cool than push you down, right? Is that
Their guitars are more like a knockout.
Yeah. Oh man, Tuesday is going so well so far. I'm really impressed. Oh yeah,
Green?
it is. So look at this.
Josh.
So one of the newest lines Duesenberg has come out with is the Phantom series, and this is the Phantom A. So they've come out with 2 versions of the same guitar, basically, the Phantom A and the Phantom S.
So what's your difference?
Well, a few things, Chase. I'm glad you asked. And
Yeah.
because I wanted to remember not screw it up, I took notes here on my phone. So the Phantom A, like this one's going to be, if you're into a little more modern sound. First of all, this is obviously going for the Les Paul type look and feel. This thing has a slightly shorter scale than your standard Duesenberg, so it's definitely going to feel very Gibson-esque in your hands.
Is it the same
Here,
scale length as the
why
other
don't you
Phantom?
hold it? I believe it is. Yeah. All the Phantoms are going to be that slightly just shorter than the rest
Oh,
of the
you put a
doozies.
green guitar in my
I
hand.
know, buddy.
And the blacked out hardware.
I know. So they have different pickups in here. They both got humbuckers. The neck is going to be your standard Grand Vintage humbucker in the neck. And then Looking for one of those?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna ask
Before we
Josh and see
plug
if
it
he
in,
could redeem.
I'll talk
himself.
while you tune. How about that? And then in the bridge position, they're going to have what they call the crunch bucker, which is just fun to say. You know, it sounds like it should go in your Captain Crunch. It's a crunch bucker. I guess that's what milk does. It bucks the crunch in your Captain Crunch. Is there a Phantom Menace?
It just
Max
keeps
asks.
getting.
Yes. Well, is there a Phantom Menace? I don't know about a menace. They are menacing sounding when you run them through a high gain amp. There, how about that for deflection?
The midichlorians feel really good on
They
this
really
one.
do.
There's,
Yeah.
You can tell this guitar
There's-
has a lot of
There's a force
midichlorians.
with this guitar. Yeah. A Rolls Royce Phantom. Yeah. Ooh, I wonder. Probably, right? I mean, if they're sticking with the car theme, that would make sense. Nate White dropping the logic. It's
Hey,
not
Rick.
Star Wars. It's actually based off of
Duesenberg. Who knew?
Duesenberg cars and things like that. Yeah. But so the big difference we're talking about between
That's hotter.
That's what I'm saying. So the hotter pickups is one thing we're going to notice right away. It's going to have an ebony fretboard, and then it's going to come with a mahogany body and neck. So the whole guitar is basically mahogany for a little bit of that added resonance, like
okay.
you would find out on a lot of Les Pauls. Where the Phantom S, which is going to be, you know, like I said, same guitar, they're going to come with different pickups. They're going to be the 2 Grand Vintage all the way. So if you're wanting more of a modern kind of tone, and you're wanting a left of center Les Paul, I mean, here you go. You're wanting to stay a little classy, a little more old school, though, keep it with the vintage feel, then maybe the Phantom S would be the one that's going to trip your trigger sonically. The Phantom S is going to come with a mahogany body, but maple top and a rosewood fretboard. So it's just going to be just a little different aesthetically and otherwise, and tonally, just because, as I said, it's going to have the Grand Vintage humbuckers in there instead. But I'm going to stop talking for a second, and you're gonna blow us down with some sweet sounds
I love
here.
olive green guitars.
Yeah.
And I have been talking about, I think the Phantom's maybe my favorite in the Duesenberg lineup. And you just handed me
A green
really
Phantom.
awesome
I know.
Phantom. I'm scared to play because it's
You want me to
loud.
talk to your wife about it, or do you need to call her?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm scared to play because it's going to be too loud. These things are hot.
They're hot. Yeah, it's a big one. So the bridge is what's going to be a little hotter than the others. You're going to have still the 3-way switch in there, like you would get. So the middle position would be running the 2 pickups together, and then all the way forward would be the neck all on its own, just like you would have. And then the unique wiring as well. Master volume knob right down there on the cutaway. Yeah, listen to that. Jay, show the people the master knob down there on the horn there. So yeah, we got a master volume specifically just for the neck. So if you're one of those guys that likes to kind of configure your guitar in a Duesenberg, or I'm sorry, a traditional Les Paul kind of way, you can have that set down for nice and creamy, nice pretty little rhythm section. Flip it to the back for rock and roll leads, and you'll be good to go. So it'll operate a lot like a Les Paul would, just depending on how you have your tones set there. Blacked out hardware though, and just a hint of elegance with the I don't know, is that mother of pearl they put all around the outside?
Yeah.
So
This
the binding
has
is
probably
slick.
been the coolest Duesenberg I've played.
Nice. Yeah, it's cool. We had one like that not too long ago, and it sold within about a few days. So that might be the case for that one as well. People seem to be pumped about that finish and just that pickup output. I mean, seriously,
I
listen to
love middle pickups on it and Les Paul.
Yeah.
Listen to that
Well, that's already dramatically louder than everything else we've plugged in here already this
Yeah.
afternoon. So
Give her a whirl, Mike. I
That's
took it
what
away
it's
from you
for.
Before you can even hang out.
that's what it's for, man. It's just for rocking and
What are you up
rolling.
to, Rick? I'm doing all right. How does it feel that you?
The Phantom Menace is where my pick went. I don't even know, but that's okay. I got another one here in my pocket.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. I was just around my brand. Son, and I said,
Phantom Collaborator. Oh man, we got some live ones with
I'll
Nate
come
and Max
chat
today
you.
online.
I'll
I
come
love
chat
it.
with you after we're done with that.
All right, but the Phantom A is A-OK by me. This thing's pretty
I'll let
sweet.
this ghost haunt my house.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
Who are you gonna call? Not Ghostbusters,
just
because
do-
I want this one to stay here.
You're going to call Mike and Chase at 417-882-7000 when you want to bust them phantoms.
I'm gonna have to play that with something with a little
We're not
drive.
gonna break this one. No.
No, yeah. Speaking of which, speaking of the kind people online, we have reached almost 1 million views on that video.
Drop a guitar and people will watch you squirm online. It just goes to show.
I can't wait for them to have us at NAMM next year, and it's just us on stage breaking guitars.
Just breaking
and we get
people's
booed at.
guitars. Oh man, Mike and Chase, they broke my guitar, man. It was so cool.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
Well, let's get this Duesenberg train rolling.
Cool. What do we got here? I don't know. I don't either. And I picked him out. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yep.
Here you go, Josh.
Let me present to you, ladies and gentlemen, the Duesenberg, a Falcon in matte black with gold hardware.
I was going to say a joke, but I don't think the PG-13 censors would find it funny.
Uh-oh. Well, then we better not.
Yeah.
It's good to know self-control. That's what
good
it's
to
all
know
about.
Self-control.
So the Duesenberg Falcon, kind of a reverse lefty upside down version of the Paloma in a lot of ways. When you're talking about the body shape, they got the backwards cutaway. They got the backwards headstock from all the other Duesenbergs that are out there as well. Still the super awesome tremolo system, but they have in there what they call their Split King pickups. So while it is, at first glance, 2 humbuckers just doing their job, it's technically, they consider it 4 pickups in one guitar that you can combine and or separate.
I dropped it on.
Oh, yes. There you are. But yeah, it's got the really cool gold anodized pick guard right in front, the matte black, like we mentioned, all the gold hardware going on with this bad boy. But what's really cool there in the pick guard, it has the coil split switches right there. So it has one per pickup, depending on how you want to configure it. And just a nice little touch that Duesenberg always seems to do, or these little features, you can actually raise or lower those switches within the pick guard.
You can.
Depending on how high you want them up. So they can almost be just barely revealing little buttons right there. You can have them up like big old switches to make sure you wouldn't be missing them.
That's cool.
When
How
going
do
to
you
switch.
do
So
that?
yeah, I think those screws right there on top will adjust them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that till today. So the things I learned when I read stuff.
This
It's
is what
pretty
makes
cool.
us the guitar experts, is
Man,
we're willing to learn and educate ourselves.
Yeah, I feel like a pro. I really do. But yeah, super awesome guitar. Maybe one of the most sonically versatile Duesenbergs out there, in my opinion. I just absolutely love those pickups and the coil split options. You can just kind of do. You kind of do whatever you want with it. I got almost Strat-like sounds out of the thing, Telly-like tones, big old fat rock and roll. It's just super, super cool. They come in 3 different finishes with this one too. The matte black and gold like you see here. They have a silver and then one in your standard black with silver hardware as well.
I think I like the black one more than I do the silver one. Silver one's cool, but like,
They're-
I have a thing for black and gold guitars. I already have a bunch of them.
Well, there you go. Speaking straight to your soul, Chase. But I like this one too because it's got another one of those real cozy heel, where the neck and the body meet. So it's nice and easy access to move up and down the fretboard right there. I even love what do they call those Duesenberg like hash marks they have up there on the top for instead of the dot inlays.
Yeah, that's the coil split neck.
Yeah, it's a
Sorry,
cool one.
I got to be honest. I've been playing a lot of the Duesenbergs, but like this is to the point where it's like I'm getting them in my hand and I'm not paying attention to what we're doing. I'm just like, these are so good. I'm just playing them and it's just, I got to focus on what we're doing. I'm losing myself in the sauce.
I'm running out of things to say, Chase. Help me out. No, they're really awesome. What do you think is compared sonically with that and the Phantom? That's going to be a little more mellow, though, isn't it, than what we were just hearing?
More mellow, more flat response, kind of like my Custom 24, where it's, the Phantom is the Les Paul thing. It's got that mid-frequency bump into it, and it's got just that humbucker tone.
Yeah.
This is just very responsive to the touch, very flat across. Honestly, it feels and plays like my Custom 24, which is awesome. Like, pop these two.
Well, and they just play like it amazing, too. One thing that I haven't mentioned, but all Duesenbergs come plecked right from the factory in Germany. So,
Mein
go
Guitar
figure.
comes pleckta?
Yes, it's been plecked. So yeah, it's no wonder these things play and feel as good as they do the moment you get them in your hands, because they do every little thing they can possibly do to make this one of the nicest playing guitars you'll ever touch, and they did.
This guitar is Wunderbar.
Yeah, see? That's a German word for, I bet, really good. So you're split up on the neck up there right now, aren't you? Oh, you're in both. Never mind. Yeah. You go to the neck and let's hear that.
The next split was what I was playing on earlier.
Oh, was it? Oh yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Then yeah, go back to the bridge. Let's hear that thing split up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice, rich, and full, but not leaning two way.
Super cool. Woo! Man, what a neat looking guitar.
I'm sorry, I'm like letting you down the co-hosting. I'm literally like just having too much fun playing these. I'm just like, I have to connect my brain back to what I'm doing just because these play so well.
They're distracting. They're awesome. They're
Falcon,
really cool.
more like
Yeah.
Balkan.
Really?
I don't know. Next guitar.
Next guitar. Next guitar.
That was my weakest
I'm
moment.
balking at that joke.
The Nate White fan club's gonna get me after that one.
I just really got your PG-13 joke you're about ready to make because I think I about made the same joke myself and stopped myself. Like any
you had the
responsible
same
adult.
exact thought as
Yeah,
I
I was
did.
like, I think I know what he's. This is. Oh no, I better not say that. PG-13, maybe just PG. We'll keep it PG.
Maybe TVY7.
Yeah, there we go. What's on your side there, Chase?
That was on my side.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Oh, it was. Well, here, take it.
Thank you.
All right.
I like how you gave me all the solid bodies.
Well, I was literally just setting them down. Maybe there was a method to my madness. I don't know.
Mind did it for you.
All right.
Well, let's see
For
what's
our
in this
fifth
one.
installment.
Speaking of fifth installments, this is probably like our fifth installment of the show. You can catch us here
Possibly.
every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Central Time, but you get a double dose of Mike and Chase tomorrow. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
You do
You get
tomorrow.
a double dose of Mike and Chase tomorrow because I'm filling in for old Nathaniel White.
We are. And I think we're looking at getting a little more extreme with some of the stuff that we got. Are we doing the wild card, wacky wins?
I don't even know. We haven't discussed that yet, but you'll just have to tune in to find out because we're going to have to tune in to find out.
Apparently so. Tune in to come up with some ideas. So, the Duesenberg Star Player. This is basically the flagship guitar that really put them on the map. So you saw the Phonic, the one that we brought out first, that really cool sparkle or shiny black with the gold hardware. This is basically the OG of that instrument, where it's going to have your standard three-way switch, your P90, your humbucker, just like it does, and the other one, but just the standard recipe. Let's put it that way.
This isn't extra crispy. This is original.
Original recipe. That's a great way to put it. I love chicken analogies. I really do.
Well, and this one compared to the Phonic, it is an arched back as well. So like it's a semi-hollow guitar, but honestly gives off the vibes and resonance of a hollow body in the best way, not in a bad way. Like it just vibrates and does its thing so well.
Keep talking while I tune.
Well, and these ones you just have the standard flagship. What is it? The Grand Vintage and the P90.
Yep, the P90 up there.
And these are just super great pickups, super versatile, nice, bright, a lot hotter than what you find in a traditional like semi-hollow or hollow body. Not hot in terms of like active pickup or anything like that. Like you can make this thing chug, but it's just nice, bright, powerful, but super versatile, especially with that P90 in the neck. I love single coils and P90s in the neck, and it's a great guitar, especially if you do church. To me, if you're a church player, it used to be Gretches were the main thing. This, to me, is like a big church guitar. We see it a lot here where it's great for church. Cuts through the mix, but especially if you're using a lot of wet effects, just vibrates, resonates, just has all that good harmonic goodness. But even if you're not, like Mike over here proves it all the time, you can use these Star Players or Fullertons as a full-on rock and roll machine.
Oh, it'll do it, yeah. And, full and big is a great way to put it. I mean, these things are obviously an elegant, beautiful guitar. And they're mean. I mean, before they had the Phantoms with those other pickups, I mean, Chris Cornell would play Soundgarden stuff on this. It will go there big time. I sometimes have to rein it in. But the neat thing is, they have their treble bleed on all their volume knobs there, so you can just back your volume off, and you're essentially backing
Really?
the gain off on all these things. So it's
So
easy
there's a
to
treble
use.
bleed circuit inside the volume, so when you back it off, you're also losing your treble. Mm-hmm. Can you give us a demo of that?
Yeah.
Just kind of go
So
from
here's-
full open. That's full.
No, this is backed off about 7
Okay.
right here.
Yeah.
So it's really, really
Interesting.
cool. The middle position is really neat. So they will bleed out some of the bass frequencies in there. It almost sounds like they put it out of phase.
Okay.
But they didn't. It's just some trickery up underneath the pick guard here.
Witchcraft.
A really cool, sonic palette that you get in your arsenal. And then you put it up to the neck. It's going to sound. Just
Yeah,
bluesy.
man.
It's big and full and delicious, just like you want them to be. But definitely sounds different from the Phonic. I
Yeah.
think this seems a little fuller.
It's fuller, a little bit hotter, and is just more modern in a good way.
Agreed.
The Phonic is like the classic car. This is like the new one off the floor.
Yeah. I mean, listen to the growl just sitting there, that easy.
I was trying so hard not to sneeze while I was looking
Man.
at you and sneezing in the
Good
microphone.
job.
Like I was sitting here, like I felt it all in my face. But like, to me, the Phonic is great if you want the vintage option, which is kind of that classic tone. This is still plenty of as versatile, if not just as versatile as the Phonic, but just high fidelity.
Exactly. High craftsmanship, high fidelity. I'm with you too. I'm noodling around here while you're talking. I'm just like, what are you saying?
It's dangerous.
What are
This
you
is-
saying,
This is
man?
what we're gonna have to do tomorrow on the show instead of just doing whatever.
Yeah. Oh, super cool though. All right, we're down to one Duesenberg left for the
One
afternoon.
Duesenberg left.
Man, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Tuesday as much as I have. I'm just talking about my favorite guitars that we sell, and it's pretty cool.
And feel free, if you ever have any questions or want to come check these out, feel free to call Mike and I at 417-882-7000. Or you can go to palinmusic.com and hit the little chat button and talk to a guitar expert, set up an appointment with one of us.
You sure can.
Aaron, make sure to tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time where Mike and I will be hanging out for a little bit. We do this show every Tuesday.
We do.
And the Sweet Boys, the Smooth Boys, play on Thursdays at 3. That'll be Elijah Perkins and Emmett McWoods the third.
The third.
And then Friday's the couch.
Yeah.
Everyone hangs out on the couch.
Everybody hangs out on the couch and
It's like
talks about
Olive
cool
Garden.
stuff.
When you're here, you're family.
Yeah, exactly. Except we don't have any salad or breadsticks. We're working on it.
We're working
but,
on it.
you
We
know,
do
for right
actually
now-
have a really fun idea cooking for the Friday live stream.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
And I cannot wait for that live stream.
It's going to be good.
But feel
It's still
free-
cooking for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free in the comments anytime if you ever have any questions for us or anything, or about any of the cool guitars or amps we're showing off. Feel free to put it in the comments. We'll read them off.
We're
as
here for
well.
you.
As feel free to give us ideas on what you want to see. We're not just tied to showing off some new stuff in the store. Last week we did a Les Paul episode that was really fun.
That was a lot of fun.
And
Yeah.
this week we're doing some Duesenbergs, and so feel free, let us know if there's like a brand or if you want to see kind of like comparisons, shootouts, anything like that at all. Feel free to put it in the comments, message us on Podium, Facebook, however you may need.
Chase couldn't have said it better myself, brother. Finally, we are looking here at the Duesenberg Double Cat. Not one cat, but two felines made into a guitar. No cats were harmed in the production of this instrument, though, I promise you that. Yet. So
Rock and roll.
So
is
this
for
one's
cats.
super cool. Now, really, this thing is, under the hood, a star player.
Yeah, essentially.
I mean,
so.
for all intents and
It's-
purposes, it's the
it's a
Grand
thin-line
Vintage
star
Humbucker. It is the P90 in the neck. The main difference being the body shape and contour. Since
Yep.
you're holding it, why don't you elaborate, brother?
Yeah, no, I mean, he kind of hit the nail on the head. Honestly, kind of reminiscent of a Mariposa by Ernie Wall and kind of a Rickenbacker.
Has that,
it's
yeah,
always
kind of
given
vibe.
me the Rickenbacker vibe.
Especially in the burst. I don't know what it is
Yeah.
about that antique burst there, but it
Yeah.
definitely has the Rico look.
But honestly, super great. Your difference here you're going to get between like this and maybe the Paloma is there's no tummy cut. It is a straight, thin line.
Wish we
Star
had a
player.
Paloma here to show, but maybe that's another show.
No, we did technically show
Wait.
one, but they just fly so fast.
Oh, if John Lennon played Duesenberg, probably right.
Honestly,
Max.
yeah.
You know, you're
that's
probably
kind
correct.
of the vibe.
Uh-huh.
Like this
Yeah.
is great for honestly someone I feel like who's more into like the look of like the Smiths, Secure, that kind
Yeah.
of indie stuff where Rickenbackers were super popular.
Well, and that's the neat thing about Doozy too. You know, they're tried and true combination of the pickups with the humbucker P90. It's just a good idea. So they give you a few different options as far as like body shapes and sizes. You know, because it is about the guitar feeling comfortable too. Maybe the star player isn't the best suited for your hand size or body shape or whatever. The double cat could be a very awesome alternate and get you into that wheelhouse as well.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
definitely agree. And I wonder if maybe this is why they don't do the Fullerton anymore. They put more of the effort in the double cat.
I think they're going to revamp it. Is I think what I heard.
okay.
A little bit of a revamping, and because they took away the Falcon for a while.
Yeah,
And
that's
just
true.
brought it back. I think they like to keep things exclusive a little bit too. You know, make people want them a little more. If you could just get them all the time, then I mean, what fun is that?
Does this one have the treble bleed circuit in there?
I think it's pretty standard on all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the treble bleed, it just really maintains those high shimmery high notes that if you're a guy that likes to use your volume knob on your guitar, that can be one of the first things to kind of disappear in the mix. It kind of gets a little muffled and weird. So bleeding and increasing the treble as the volume goes down just helps you stay sonically where you belong with the rest of the band. But you're toning down the intensity of the output of your guitars.
I'm trying to make it sound like a cat.
Oh, yeah. Kind of, not bad.
But
The cat's
that's
got a
your-
sick tum-tums. That
Yeah.
sounds like meow. Yeah.
But this is your bridge position.
Let's hear it. Rock and roll, beefy.
Good humbucker.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Just does
So in the
its
middle,
job.
it's going to have that same kind of out of phase circuit, so to speak, that you would find in the star player we were just playing. A little quacky, a little muted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then the neck. Bluesy.
It sounds like a
Fun.
P90. Sounds awesome to me, man.
Yeah.
Man,
This is, I think you honestly then hit the nail on the head. This is for the guy who wants a star player but doesn't want the size or the single cut of a star player.
it's just got a sleek little look to it, you know. And I think our good old friend Nate White was kind of eyeing this thing a little bit too, you know.
This
He's
is
like,
a
everybody's
very
got a
Nate
star
White
player.
guitar.
What's something like it
It's
but
like the
different?
only
And
Nate White thing I
here we
can
go. And then hit
I
the
can't do
harmonic when
anything
you're
Nate
done.
White does.
And then the
Yeah.
harmonic, yeah. That's
Yeah, he does all this stuff.
Every day is a guitar lesson from Nate, that's for sure.
Yep.
It is.
But these are cool.
Man,
I
they're so cool.
was just kind of drooling and losing my mind over playing them. I just did not pay attention to my job. They're probably going to fire me from the show. It's just me what's in the case with Mike.
Mike, yeah. I'm going to have to change the song. It's going to be a lot of work, but, you know.
It's going to be a full-on ballad next time, 3-minute song.
Oh, what's in the case with Mike? Yeah. But yeah, super cool guitars, and you know, I just feel very lucky that we work at a cool place like this where we can just
Amen.
have all of this cool stuff literally in our hands. That we get to play, we get to talk about, we get to gush about, and share with you.
We're one of the only
our
Duesenberg places
loving
in the
families.
area.
We are, yeah.
And Two Rock.
Oh man,
Nothing says class like Mike Henderson. It's essentially champagne and fried chicken.
Champagne and fried
Duesenberg,
chicken.
Two
Duesenberg
Rock.
and Two Rock. Yeah, that's my recipe right there. Sign me up. Yeah. That's right. Well, friends, we appreciate you tuning in and hanging out
Yeah.
with us today. We had a lot of fun with the Doozy Tuesday.
The
Tuesday, Tuesday.
Duesenbergs are playing the Duesenbergs.
Dudes on doozies. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. We're working on
We're
exactly
working
how
on
it works. you know.
Duesenberg, feel free to contact us.
Yeah, or, tell us to be quiet, whatever.
Don't do that one, actually.
Don't do that. No, we're good. But we appreciate you, friends. We'll see you back here on Wednesday with another edition of What's in the Case with Mike and Chase. Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
We'll see you then. Bye-bye.